I've taken our SD card out of its package. You'll need some scissors or something to do that. You'll also need your microUSB to USB adapter, which came in your kit with your printer. We'll go ahead and put that card in, and we'll insert that into our laptop for the next step. After we've put the microSD card into our adapter, I'll bring it to the laptop and we'll plug that in. Now that we've inserted the microSD card into our computer with the adapter, we need to install the operating system, which is called Octoprint. So we'll go type that into our Google search, and it'll be the first one that comes up. We'll hit Octoprint just to show you the website. This is what it looks like, and as we scroll down, we'll see a button that says download. So we want to download that somewhere to our desktop at this point. So we're going to hit download. It brings us to Octopi, which is actually what they call the program going onto the card, and it's the operating system that your Raspberry Pi will use. So we'll click download Octopi. Now this could be a different version. Just download whatever it says, the latest version. So we'll go ahead and click that. Now it'll ask where we want to put it, and this is a pretty big program, so it takes a little while to download. I'll fast forward some of that. I like to go to my downloads folder, make an Octoprint folder, and then save it in there. Now I've already saved it, so it'll take you a little longer to wait. I'll go ahead and do it again just so you can see how long it takes. We'll just replace the current one, and down here you see that it's 699 megabytes. It's actually moving pretty fast today. I guess we don't have as many people on. Once it is completed, the download, we'll click here and go show in folder. That'll take us to the folder where it's saved, and you will just have this zip folder at this point. We'll right click on that and go to extract all and just go with the default. Since I've already done it, it's going to ask if I want to replace it. I'll just hit yes, and you see that it unzips that file into a folder on your hard drive. Now if you're doing this on a school computer, which you probably will, you need to do this in your documents folder most likely rather than the downloads. However, if you do it in downloads, it'll still be okay. Now you notice when that comes up, it gives us this file right here, which is the operating system for the Pi. This is an image file that we're going now to burn to our disk, our SD card. So I'm going to close that for now. We'll minimize this one, and we'll go ahead and get out of Octoprint. On your computers, we've downloaded Balena Etcher. So you want to make sure that your SD card is inserted into your adapter, and the adapter has been recognized by your laptop or your computer, and we'll open Balena Etcher. That should be on your desktop or in the program list. If you click here and scroll down, it'll show us somewhere Balena. There we go, Balena Etcher, and we can open it from here as well. So here's the program, and what we'll do now is flash our operating system to our SD card. Now you have to be real careful doing this, because if you select the wrong target disk, it can flash your computer, and then you have all kinds of problems. So we'll say flash from file. We have to navigate to where we downloaded or saved our image. So we will go to Octoprint folder. We have to open not the zipped one, but the one we unzipped. and there's our image. So I'll select that and hit open. Then it says select the target. So we want to make sure our SD card is in there. We click that and open this, and I have two different things. I have my 250 gig additional drive, and then I have, okay, so my disk did not show up. So I'm going to reinsert it into a different port on my computer. That time I got a beep, and you see that that opened up our device storage, or our USB device. So I'm going to select that one. Do not select any that have this little exclamation point. It's a system drive. If you do that and flash it, your system will be shot. So make sure it's the USB, hit select and flash. And this takes a little while. It's almost a gig that it's trying to install onto your drive. So I'll talk a little about drive size while that's happening. So we are using 16 gigabyte SD cards, and that's going to be enough for the operating system and to save thousands probably of STL files when we're saving these to the Raspberry Pi in order to print from it. So we'll let this go. I'll speed this up a little bit too in the final video here. After it's finished validating, that means that our operating system is now installed onto our SD card and we're ready to move on. Now that we have the operating system on the SD card, we need to pull the SD card out of the computer and then plug it back in. And what that does is causes it to detect. Now you'll get this message. This says format disk. We do not want to format the disk, so we hit cancel and OK. And then it'll bring up the boot section of the operating system. This is the part we want to work with, but we'll go back here and close format disk so we don't accidentally do that sometime. Next, we need to scroll down until we find the octopi WPA supplicant file. This is the file that's going to allow us to set our wireless network settings. If we were connecting into a wired network, we would want to click on this other one, Octopi Network. But since we're doing wireless, we'll click that one. And we want to make sure that we're using Notepad, not WordPad. If we use Notepad, it will work. If we use WordPad, it puts in invisible tabs and enters and all that kind of symbols that messes up the whole file. So make sure it's Notepad, or you could also open it in Notepad++ or some kind of text editor like that that doesn't add other stuff. So we're going to scroll down until we get to this area that says WPA, WPA2 secured. You'll see that these lines are hashtagged. That means they're commented out. We need to uncomment them by removing the hashtag so that we can set the settings, and that also tells the program that we want this part to run. I've already done this, but we need to change your SSID to Enders-752, and you need it capitalized just like this. Then we need to change our passkey, PSK, to 876-54321. We did that just so it's easy to type in and it's easy to remember and access. That's just going to access the classroom network on the wireless router. It won't access anything else school-wide or anything. Then we're going to scroll down, and we got to come to the country area here. You see right now the United Kingdom is unmarked, so we're going to remark that one with a hashtag in front of it, and then we're going to uncomment, remove the hashtag in front of the United States. Those are the only two areas that we need to change. So we'll go click File, Save to make sure we save that. That'll save it to the supplicant file, which the Raspberry Pi accesses but even though it's not in the Pi right now, it's still being saved properly. So we'll go ahead and close that. We can also go ahead and close this window. That's all we have to change in any of this. So we'll close that, and now we're ready to put the card into the Pi.